morning. It is time for Vote Leave to come clean about their economic plan for Britain outside Europe. By refusing to set out their vision, they are being undemocratic and reckless. While they peddle fantasy politics, in the real world, our economy is slowing because of the huge uncertainty hanging over Britain's economic future. It is therefore unacceptable for them to continue to dodge questions. They're performing an economic con trick on the British people, and we are calling time on it. Add those things together, the shock impact, the uncertainty impact, the trade impact, and you put a bomb under our economy. And the worst thing is, we would have lit the fuse ourselves. So that's the choice in 17 days' time. A positive, comprehensive vision for our economy on which your aspirations depend, or a blank page that puts all those things in danger. An economy built on solid ground, or one that's like a sinkhole crumbling beneath us. Moving our economy forwards, or setting it back with a roll of the dice, risking all our futures.
DCS for your extraordinary achievements in exporting quite so much shampoo. So I think they can see that on the democratic side of the argument, they are losing. But what they say is that that sacrifice of democracy is worth it for the economic gain. And what I want to say to you today is that that argument is morally and practically completely wrong. And that democracy is in fact the vital ingredient of economic success. It is irreplaceable, and we need to preserve it, because it is the absence, and we need to restore it, because it's the absence of democratic control that is having all sorts of disastrous consequences, both for Britain and for the whole of the EU.
The risk to our security. The European Union was born out of a desire to...
I think that the benefits of being in the single market have been wildly overstated, and it's striking that countries outside the EU have actually done better at exporting into the EU than we have. And I think it is a delusion to think that we can somehow gain greater prosperity by bartering away our freedom and our democracy.
You've told this audience here this morning somehow we'll be dragged into...
I think the risks of remaining in this over-centralising, over-regulating, job-destroying machine are becoming more and more obvious, and that is why I think that we are winning the arguments today, and that is why you're hearing quite so much rattling from the other side. I think it is time for us in this country on June the 23rd to take back control and speak up for freedom, both in Britain and for the hundreds of millions of people around the whole of the European Union who agree with us. Well, I think we're going to take a few questions.
Absolutely. I think there's an opportunity for